Welcome to Backer Pause. What is Backer Pause? Our judges watch crowdfunding videos on air. When they lose interest in a video, for any reason, they hit pause and explain what caused them to experience Backer Pause. This is a fun way to teach creators about attention spans and what works and does not work for their videos. Videos featured from projects that are being advocated for on comicbookadvocates.com with permission. Want to be judge? Have a crowdfunding campaign you want to have on the show? Well, send us an email at comicsnewswire@yahoo.com, and that's comics, C-O-M-I-X. So who wants to play? All right, now for the warning, because, I'm on the show. Warning and disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on this live feed are those of the guests, speakers, and or hosts, and do not necessarily reflect the beliefs, official policies, ethics, or positions of the content providers, advertisers, additional hosts, and or guests, hosting sites, groups, or entities attached to this programming. Viewer discretion is advised. Oh man, I'm excited about today. Not only is Halloween coming, but so is Sci-Fi Pop Fest. So I have 2 great weekends in a row. And look, a new format where we can actually be down here checking it out. Some of the guests that are coming up for the upcoming show. And I have the man behind it, the genius behind Sci-Fi Pop Fest. Go ahead and explain what's going on and where they can see all of us coming very soon.
Hey, Mr. Anson, this is Scott with Sci-Fi Pop Fest. I can't give all the genius to myself. I definitely have my partner in crime, Pete. And he is always behind the scenes. I'm kind of like helping in the face, but we've been working day in and day out, and we're 10 days out from Sci-Fi Pop Fest over in Eustis, Florida, over at the fairgrounds in their exhibit hall. And of course, Continuum Comics is going to be there as one of the featured guests. Mr. Anderson is live and in person. He's going to be there, and we're super excited to have him here, as much as many other featured guests, such as Roland Mann and Silverline Comics. We're going to have Sergio from Sergio Studios, Inc. Of course, there's Continuum Comics, as well as if you go over there, we have also IB Cosplay coming in, Amazon Steph Cosplay, featured cosplayers. We have the Gotham Underground that's going to be there. We have We Are S.H.I.E.L.D. that are going to be there with their whole array of also S.H.I.E.L.D. vehicles and all their stuff. We also have the Outer Rim Guild. That's going to be a full Star Wars experience where they're going to be showing you how to battle with lightsabers. We also have Orange County Ghostbusters. They're going to be there with proton packs ready, since it is a week after Halloween, making sure the ghosts and the ghouls stay far away from the event. They also will be having their container unit there and maybe one of the dogs from Ghostbusters, as well as we also have the JP Experience. So you'll be able to get pictures with the Jurassic Park 2 Jeeps and SUV, as well as we have cosplayers that are going to be playing Owen and Claire from the film. I mean, it's just not even just that. If I missed anybody, there's so many people that are a part of this. It's like one giant reunion, because we've been shut down for over the past year. That a lot of these people, a lot of cosplayers, a lot of comic creators are going to, haven't been doing this the circuit. Now we're very privileged to have them at our show, and we're very excited to showcase it for all the fans that come out and support. For all the vendors that are going to be there. We also have Randy Hogan, that's right, from WCW. We also have Barry Hardy from WCW, who's also one of the Toxic Turtles. He'll be there with also officially with Hot Wheels, with his Hot Wheels Corvette that's going to be there as well. And we have many other cars that are going to be there as well. And experience also one of our amazing partnerships we have here. One of our sponsors is iPinball. iPinball is going to be having 2 pinball machines, one there for free play. One's going to be in the Jurassic Park, JP Experience. And the other one's going to be over in We Are S.H.I.E.L.D. area in the Marvel Experience over there. And that's Marvel Pinball. And you're hearing it first right here on this show that there will be the after party of Sci-Fi Pop Fest. There's 2 events going on. So you have over at other partnership affiliate, Living Drama Theater, we'll be having Ron Sedgy and the Dick Clark and American Bandstand, a whole music concert event going on. And you get discounted tickets for that for coming to the event. or you also have at iPinball over in Tavares. They have an after party where there's going to be all more pinball machines, pool tables, and you can, of course, and let's have a good time, and also be doing a cosplay contest too. So it's going to be a fun day, and even into the evening of entertainment and gathering of friends and fans.
And we're going to talk more about it throughout the evening tonight. We're talking about this because it's an exciting event. I can't wait. This is I think one of my last official cons of the year that are before Black Friday. So I'm pretty excited because we're getting in that sweet spot right before the holiday season. But let me ask you this, because this has been affecting a lot of creators. Putting on this show, have you experienced a supply chain issue? Because a lot of creators are actually dealing with this right now. There's lack of printing paper, lack of stickers, lack of shipping. Like everything's like on a vacation right now. It's parked outside of California, I hear. Have you seen anything that's been problematic trying to put this together, or were you so far in advance that nothing's really affected you?
Well, the great thing here is we were really moving forward and putting this in advance, pretty much getting all the ducks in a row 4.5 months ago. But I will tell you, we were affected. So I have banners and stuff that are still on back order that is supposed to hopefully be here by this Friday, that we put those orders in almost 3 weeks ago. And there are also banners and advertisement outside there. So people, when they're driving by, that should have been out there 2 weeks ago, that due to this supply chain disruption that we are, waiting to go on. Now, also interesting story, quick story here. I was actually had to go to California and visit family for a personal reason. And flying back, actually, when we flew out, I can see all the container ships hanging out right there off the coast of California. And I'm talking, there are so many just waiting to dock with all of our supply. It's like, man, I'm sitting there going, there's other coasts we can probably hopefully can help this matter out too. So
we can certainly hope. It has been a nightmare for a lot of creators, I know. So if you're a backer today and you're backing a project, please know that there are issues. And by the way, I'd like to welcome in the Twitter audience. For the first time ever, this show is being broadcast live, actually on Twitter, on our Backer Pause. So this is new. We're allowed to go to Twitter now, apparently. We'll see how long it lasts, whether we get kicked off or not. That's why we're talking a lot in the first 10 minutes about things that are going on. With everything, trying to get as much out. We'll see if Twitter lets us go longer than 10 minutes. This is brand new, but I'd like to welcome the people on Twitter. I don't think your comments are coming over as an FYI, so I am trying to monitor Twitter right now. If you guys are making comments, I'll try to pay attention. I see a couple of you have already liked it. I appreciate you guys paying attention and being part of this. So you ready to play?
Yeah.
So all you got to do is raise your hand, but I want to see if we actually, with the video, if it lets us stay in the room now. We'll see. If not, when you see it, just raise your hand. You missed Shark of War, which is kind of sad. The Shark of War was pretty fun. I think you would have gotten a giggle out of that. But what you can see right now, the first up on our docket today is actually brand new and leaving. This is a Halloween one. Now, remember, the minute you feel like either you've seen enough or you can't, you're lost and you just have lost your attention span, go ahead and raise your hand because you've experienced backer pause. Ready to be a judge?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Frank Forte here, publisher at Asylum Press and creator of Warlash, Undead Evil, Zombie Terrors, and many more. I'm back with a new project called Halloween Horror Box. A collection of all new horror comics featuring some of the best talent in the industry. And we need your help to bring this monstrosity to a reality. Halloween Horror Box features a collection of first issue one-shots that include Vampire Macabre, Zombie Terrors, Asylum of Horrors, and Vampires. Vampires #1 is edited by Steve Carswell Baines. Steve is known for his blog, The Horrors of It All, and has co-edited many classic vintage horror comics at IDW. Vampires #1 features an exclusive Kickstarter-only cover by illustrator Skinner. This cover is featured in a regular edition and a metal edition. This campaign features exclusive Kickstarter covers not available anywhere else. Vampire Macabre features a naughty cover by Edu Mena and Omar Estevez. Zombie Terrors features 2 naughty not safe for work covers. Asylum of Horrors features a naughty cover and a naughty metal cover. Horror fans around the world are going crazy over these editions. The good news is these comics are mainly done, but we need your help to make it happen. Funds will be used for printing, marketing, shipping, and advertising to tell more people about these amazing horror comics. Tell your friends, tell your family, and any fanboys of horror and comics. Tell them to come now. They can get the coolest horror comics merch anywhere. Halloween Horror Box. Thanks in advance, creepers, and spread the word, and happy Halloween!
So what'd you think?
Definitely, it was really quick to the point. Like, nice little sizzle. It was, tells what they get for backing, and telling about the different exclusivities that they have. I think that's pretty well done, promo.
Yeah, I liked it. So let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like awards?
Everybody likes awards.
Well, this year we're actually bringing back the Creator Awards, and they're going to be happening sometime in January. We haven't figured out the award ceremony itself, but right now you can actually vote for different creators and different categories. This entire week to celebrate Halloween, actually, one award a day has gone live. So go over to the Independent Creator Awards on Facebook and group and page right now to be part of the excitement. And who knows, when everything gets back to normal, one of the awards that I've been asked to put on is a Comic-Con award. So who knows, maybe next year, your sci-fi will be up for an award. We'll see. We'll see.
You have to work even harder now.
Well, it won't be till next year because, of course, I think that a lot of shows have had to struggle with the whole COVID situation, and it wouldn't be fair to do it this year. We've seen some big shows make some stumbles and trying just to figure this out. I'm excited because the numbers are down, which means people are comfort's back up, which I'm excited to do that because I remember when we're not terrified at home, we have a lot of fun together out and about.
The check will be in the mail for you.
Yeah, thank you. So next up on the thing, we have a really weird one. So now, and this is weird in all the right ways. So check this out. This is by my friend Milian, and I'm not even going to describe it. I'm just going to let you watch the video.
All right.
It's just it is subtitles, I warn you, but still, I think it's cool.
Ezek a fiúk nem viccelnek. Filmesek. Kicsinálnak, ha nem szerzek még több dohányt. Nem lesz egyszerű. Nézz szét, látsz itt producereket? Mert hogy valami mozgóképre kell a pénz, valami tudományos, fantasztikus filmre. Ráadásul itt játszódna a jó öreg új Budapesten. Építettek is már hozzá egy csomó makettet, vagy mit. Egyszer már csináltak egy ilyet, 10 éve. Arról a látnokról szólt, aki fotópapírba tudta égetni az álmait. Most azt folytatnák. Az előző film állítólag díjakat is nyert. Kösz, ez most sokat segít. Raboljak ki egy bankot? Hát esetleg. Vagy próbáljam meg a Kickstartert. Végül is az esély a sikerre ugyanannyi.
So what do you think?
Oh, it got me interested, man. I saw sci-fi in there. Of course, I got he had me at hello. Yeah, I'm actually very interested to see about this. So, if I'm understanding, are they making won awards from the so this is the sequel to a previous?
I'm not fully sure what's going on. I just know I'm interested. I think it's going to be a graphic novel and a movie, but it's cool because I don't know what I'm getting involved in, but I'm in. I'm so in. So I'm pretty excited about it. Now, one of the things that, speaking of in, and for those who don't know, you should know now, I do something called Backer Talk. And then we talk about all the different things on Kickstarter right now that we have on our show, and we show it off on actually the TikTok under comicbookadvocates.com. And then on my channel, I actually do the top 3, where I bring the top 3 Kickstarters this week, and I tell you about them. I tell you why I chose them. But you're on TikTok too, actually, with some of the guests that are going on, right?
Yeah, we actually Sci-Fi Pop Fest at TikTok. And man, let me tell you, TikTok is that's a pretty amazing platform for promoters. And if any promoter that's watching this, if you're not on it, you got to be on it, because visual video is where it's at, and people you can tell a quick synopsis just like that on it, and just the view counts, have been spectacular. And it's just, we're going to be launching some more TikTok videos here this week. And we're getting back more on now, doing more back in the social media, because we've been doing a lot of grassroots for the event. And so we're going to see a lot more videos popping up here and showcasing a lot more of the featured guests that are going to be there, and some vendors.
And I love how you're using this to show off what's going on. And it really helps people really get a feeling for who's going to be there, because you're actually getting to see them in these little shorts you've done. You've really embraced this, and I'm really happy to see you doing that. So you guys can check them out on the TikTok at Sci-Fi Pop Fest. So that's pretty exciting. Welcome to it. And TikTok is one of those weird things where, like, you don't need a lot of followers to get a lot of exposure. It's really cool that way. You'll get 600 views. When you go on a Facebook Live, you're lucky if you get 10. And on YouTube, when you're first starting, you're lucky if you get 1 or 2. I had a video blow up that was 60 seconds the other day, and it was me joking around. I just thought it would be funny to be like, from now on, when people start trying me online, like they start trying, when people kind of pushing it, I'm going to be like, what game setting do you want me to go on right now? Just want to know, because this is your one and only warning. And I got 35 thumbs down. I was like, success. Because those 35 people are the people who are like, oh, what does he mean? But it's fun to interact. And I like, the one thing I like about this, and you see me do this a couple times to your videos, we can interact with the videos. We can stitch them. We can add them. If you want to meet someone and you see someone on this, go to TikTok and stitch it and say, hey, can I meet you? Or I'm looking forward to seeing you. Get interactive as fans too. This is the wave of the future, I think. I think it's the one thing Facebook can't buy. And trust me, Facebook added Reels, so they're intimidated by TikTok. So well done, sir. Well done. I really like that. And one of the things I do like also that's going to be coming up is our good friend from across the pond. He is bringing us another amazing book, and that's going to be, where is he? I don't think we have a screen for him. The 13th Labors is going to be back, and that's from Sean Keenan. For some reason, I don't have it, and that's my bad. I'm sorry, guys. But he will be going to Kickstarter soon. But what is on Kickstarter right now, and you hear Jackson in the background, someone's excited about the fact that the Halloween is coming, but I'm excited about this next book. And I don't know if you've met this creator through social media. He's not local to the Florida area, but he's an amazing creator. He's got a great name, Robert Molatari. He's got the Snowpaw. Check this out. I'm pretty excited about this. Let's see what you think of it when you meet my good friend, Rob.
In 19th century Scotland, a fierce heroine with an adventurous spirit nearly gives in to the social expectations of her time. But a trite fairy tale ending is not meant to be as Cyrilla McKinley discovers her werewolf lineage. Her eyes are open for the first time to the existence of supernatural beings and creatures of fantasy. Hi, I'm Robert A. Malteri, the creator and writer of Snowpaw and the hit series Nightwolf, as well as the founder of Lone Wolf Comics. Writing my new series Snowpaw, I wanted to tell a story about a strong female character who my daughter and other girls reading comic books can look up to as a great role model. In April of 2016, I launched a failed Kickstarter campaign for my first series, Nightwolf. I didn't let that launch stop me, so I decided to raise the rest of the money on my own doing freelance web design jobs to pay the artists. After self-publishing the first few issues of Nightwolf, I came back to Kickstarter in October 2019. Since then, I've ran 4 successfully overfunded campaigns for Nightwolf issues 3, 4, 5, and the Volume 1 trade paperback that collects the first 4 issues. And that's all thanks to my amazing backers that I refer to as my wolf pack. Now, I stand ready to publish Snowpaw Issue 1, which is 100% complete and ready to send off to the printers. That's why I've come back to pay for the printing and the rewards that you will receive for backing this project. I'd like to personally thank you in advance for backing this project and joining the Wolfpack. I'm extremely grateful for where I am now as a self-publisher and continuing to serialize new comic books for you to enjoy. There's no risk in backing this project since Snowpaw #1 is 100% print ready. And again, thank you for taking this creative journey with me. I appreciate it so much. Aye, so what are you waiting for? Take this journey with me back to 19th century Scotland and join the Wolfpack today.
I love the accent. It always gets me.
It's solid. I mean, the man had some score music in the background, and really, and it was so far what I've seen with all of them. It's really packaged nicely. It's very, you're not this long-winded thing. It's like, here's what it is, here's the premise, and get you hooked. And I'm actually very interested to see about this series.
It's funny that you say that because I have everyone telling me when I made this video, I was thinking about you and your show, and you trying to pause me. So I might be guilty of starting something, but I think it's made things better because this is a great video and it delivered the message. Now, one of the things I did want to tell people, and it's sad, there are no more tables available at your upcoming show in Sci-Fi Pop Fest, right?
We have a waiting list. We have about 15 vendors and artists waiting. And here's the exciting thing. I'm going to make the announcement here. Mark your calendars. November 6, 2022, Sci-Fi Pop Fest Year 2 will be happening.
Very cool, man. I'm excited for that already. Now, one of the things I do want to ask you about this is, where is this? This isn't necessarily Orlando.
So where it is, we are about let's say 45 minutes, 50 minutes northwest of Orlando. So if a lot of people are very familiar with the town called Mount Dora, because everybody's known this town for the crafts and the arts. We're actually literally right next door to them. It is, if you're coming from Daytona Beach area, it's 40 minutes, 45 minutes from Daytona Beach, 35 something minutes, about 40 minutes from, actually, sorry, an hour from Daytona Beach. Let me rephrase that. Hour from Daytona Beach, 40 minutes from Sanford. So we're about in that sweet spot there. Now, if you're coming from Claremont, depending on what part of Claremont, can be between 25 to 30 minutes, depending if you're in Claremont East-West. Now how Claremont has exploded. Ocala region, we're about 50 minutes away. So we're right, kind of like, it's a small town with like 30,000 people, and it is a very charming location. A lot of mom and pop restaurants. There's a lot of mom and pop stores. So it's literally at the fairgrounds in Lake County.
And it's a beautiful area. I know it. I've been around. Of course, I've done enough shows that I know the areas. But it is an interesting place. It's a beautiful area. It's not too far from the east coast of Florida. So you could actually get over to the east coast. So it's, like you said, it's almost perfectly in Central Florida when it comes to the highways, at least. Like, getting to it is accessible. Some things in Florida are not always that accessible.
Yeah, because you can take, if you're coming from UCF area, you literally can take 436 all the way straight down through Apopka, and you'll come out right to us, 441. And so,
absolutely. And one of the things that we want to celebrate is the upcoming Kickstarters. And one that I cannot believe didn't go live in time for this program was Blood and Fire. That will be, I guess, a Thanksgiving tale, as there will kill anyone who stands between him and his family. Nothing like Thanksgiving and blood in there. Now, this one's cool, but I don't know how you're gonna feel about this one, man. This is the Satanist coloring book. This is a little off brand of most people, but I dug it. We got to hang out with Jason last week, and he actually was part of the Freaky Friday that we did, and this is the Halloween week, so there is not a better time than this for this amazing project. So let's check it out and see if we can convert you to wanting a satanic coloring book.
Greetings, sinners. Join Jason Lennox as he presents the Satanic Coloring Book, Volumes 1 and 2. Volume 1, Rituals, focuses on the ceremonies of Jason's infernal and erotic satanic artwork, featuring Jason's signature satanic stained glass and heraldry, legendary satanic characters Baphomet and Lilith, dark and grotesque rites designed to arouse and fascinate you as you color. Volume 2, Animals, is a second all-ages journey into the world of Satanism, with a demonic bestiary for you to explore, highlighted by devil dogs, unholy goats, and Jason's favorite, satanic cats. And if that isn't enough depravity for you, the Satanic Coloring Book, Volumes 1 and 2, each have an amazing guest artist gallery starring Satanic Temple co-founder Lucian Greaves, Kawaii Satanic artist Art Attack, Black Mass Appeal co-host Tabitha Slander, and many more. Whether by colored pencil, crayon, or human blood, you will be able to turn these diabolical images into astounding pieces of colored artwork, worthy of being adored by all within the realm of darkness. Are you ready to color deliciously? Then hail Satan and back the Satanic Coloring Book, Volumes 1 and 2. Now on Kickstarter.
What'd you think?
That's intense. That's pretty intense. Everyone has their thing, and if that's your thing, it's your thing. But yeah, you got me good on that one. It's not a typical coloring book I'm going to be running out to the stores.
No, but it's so cool. They have the pet one, which is more for the I wouldn't say younger audience, but more general audience. And then they, of course, have the one. I mean, they have dominatrixes in there, like real actresses that have done art. It's really an interesting thing. And if you're into adult coloring books, that's just fun for hours. And one of the things that's also fun for hours, and this is going to be one of the most awkward segues we've ever done on this show, but we're going to do it anyway. So we're going to segue to another amazing thing. Toddler Hood, Beware of Toddler collection. And this is a great segue for us to talk about kids coming to the show. So how are the kids going to be there? Because you guys are going to be able to get this from George Gant really soon on Kickstarter. As a matter of fact, I think it's November 4th or 5th, so we'll be on next week's show. But what are the kids going to be doing at this show?
So the cool thing here is, like we said, we also want to have the kids. So any kids that are 10 and under are free. We wanted to, bring the families in. And then if they're students from college to elementary, and they're above 10 years old, it's only $3. And we really wanted to make it, and it's $5 for adults. We wanted to make it to where the families can come in. Kids, because I remember when I went to, this is a long time ago, aging myself, but my parents took me to the Orlando Science Center when I was a kid, but it was theme of superheroes. The whole thing was superheroes. When you walked in, there's Batman. They had made like a whole Batman experience. There was the Superman's cape hanging inside the phone booth, and it had all the different superhero gadgets and stuff. And I lost my mind. I was like, as a kid, I'm sitting, I see these in cartoons and I see these on movies, and now I physically can be around it. And that's what we want to give that experience to kids, to have that time where they can also inspire them to go after their dreams, to meet comic book creators and artists and people who want to dress up and say, hey, here, everyone's a giant family here, and embrace your dream. If you want to be the next, Stan Lee of the industry and create all these different characters, and go for it. If you want to, if you want to do movies or whatever it is, or if you want to be creating different authors, if you want to be an author, or create product, here, meet the people that, are out there doing it. And we're really excited to have the kids to come out there and also meet, they walk up there and they meet their childhood superhero or supervillain, because some kids out there love the villains more than love the heroes, and just have a good a good time.
And now, one of the things that's important for everyone to know is the fact that this is just a one-day show. So there's no extra day. So you have to make it there on the 6th of November, right?
Correct. It's only, well, future down the road, we'll be expanding the 2-day show. But right now, you know, you got to walk before you run. And we want to make sure that we give the utmost amazing experience on a one-day show, and we'll move from there.
Absolutely. And you don't want to miss out. So be part of this. And it's shaping up. I mean, the fact that there were going to be so many vendors there, I'm just really excited to be part of this. And can they buy tickets beforehand?
Yeah, you can purchase tickets right there. It says get tickets. And then we also have further down to get tickets. I mean, we have a lot of spots where in this section you can get tickets. Also, we have an area where, it pops up right there. And they can buy their tickets, and they'll have a QR code sent to their phone or to their email, and they will scan them right there, give them an armband, and we're coming right to the doors.
Excellent. So you guys get on it now, get your tickets, because smaller shows have a tendency to sometimes get a little crowded and a little busy. Might even, you don't want to be left out of this one. This one's going to be a good one. This is probably going to be one of the last shows, but like we were talking about very early on before the holiday season in Florida. So now you can treat yourself before you have to start buying everyone presents. See, this is a great year. See, I'm just going to tell everyone I bought you a present, but it's on a ship container somewhere. You'll get it in February. February is when your gift is coming. I'm just going to buy myself some stuff all year. I'm gonna lean in, but kidding around aside, one of the things that we want to talk about that's coming very soon to Kickstarter is the Blonde Assassin comic book. This is from Ben Tinsley. We're waiting for this one. This is a blonde, sexy spy who fights werewolf assassins. Now, we have the project right here that is going to be a perfect follow-up to this. It's Bigfoot Knows Karate. We've never played this. You get to be the first judge of this one.
Okay.
So I'm excited about this. So let's get to the video and see what you think of Bigfoot. So what do you think?
You know, it's interesting. It's kind of like, yeah, it's got my attention. I'm curious. Like, I'm more curious to see this, you know, I mean, Bigfoot with a sword and martial arts. I mean, it's cool. It's a cool concept. But I'm more intrigued because, you know, there's more of you reading it, and there's a mystery to it because it's, you know, how did Bigfoot become a martial artist? Like, is there like have they all been martial artists? You know, because I know in the Bigfoot lore, some people believe they're the protectors of the forest. So is he a protector of the forest, or is he a protector of mankind? Like, I'm curious. Like, it's interesting. It's got my attention. So far, I haven't paused any yet because like I said, they're pretty buttoned up with their promo.
Yeah, we welcome that to the show and pretty excited about it. Now, if someone wanted to like track the event, like go to Facebook, is there an event page?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wrong button.
Yep, it's right on the on Facebook. They can literally go to should be the events. Yep. All right, there it is. Yep, that's the events.
And they can find this just by going on Facebook and put in Sci-Fi Pop Fest and use FL. That's what I did, and it came right up really easy, so you can be part of it. And if speaking of wanting to be part of things, I know everyone is asking me and they want to know when the next Cat Dad and Supermom tale is coming. It will be coming to you in December. We have decided to launch after Thanksgiving in an awkward time of the year, only because this is a kid's book. There's magic during Christmas, so we're going to, God bless you, Jax. We're going to cash in on that magic of childhood energy and actually launch a campaign. And we're going to be all jazzed up. So we're going to meet so many new people at Sci-Fi Pop Fest in November. We're going to be ready for this Kickstarter to take off. And we're pretty excited to see that come to be. We have something of a sacrifice to talk about this evening. This is from a fellow creator in Florida who will be tabling with me on Black Friday weekend. Actually, I think it's on, if I'm not mistaken, it's on the Saturday after. So I think it's Small Business one. But that's a different show. We'll talk about that later. First, we're doing Sci-Fi Pop Fest. I don't even know what day it is. I'm just excited about being on the 6th. This has been looking forward to this one. Oops. No peeking anyone. That's future guest judge, and you can't see what's going on with them. But we're going to head out, and we're going to take a look at Sacrifice. And this is a great book. I read the first issue. I was super excited about it. So let's see what he has in store for us for a second issue.
Hello, my name is Laurent, and I'm excited to be back on Kickstarter for the next installment of my series, Sacrifice. In the first issue, we got to meet two of our main characters, Damien Blackwell, a man whose soul was tied to Lucifer, and May Lacey, a college student who finds herself in possession of a powerful spellbook. In the first issue, the two of them teamed up and were able to escape a demon-infested mansion together. Now, in this issue, we get to meet the rest of the main characters, like the Archangel Uriel, the vampire Elizabeth, and the famed demon slayer Axel Van Helsing. Some of you may be wondering how it is that a vampire and a vampire slayer like a Van Helsing are able to work together. Well, spoiler alert, they don't work together very well. There's a lot that goes in this issue involving character interactions and dialogue, and we really get into the meat of what the first arc will be, which the first arc of the series will cover 6 issues. This 32-page issue will have more action and more comedy than the first did. Thank you very much for giving me your time, and I hope I have your support.
Are you willing to sacrifice some money to back Sacrifice? Did it get you? Where you weren't interested, compelled to see more?
You know, this is you're probably like I've been giving positive, and I'm always about positivity. This one was, I'll give it okay. It was quick. I think it was too quick. It was more, I wish he would have narrated it while he was showcasing the images. And then instead of just quickly showing a couple scenes and then him sitting and talking. I think I'd have been more intrigued of him just keep having that different slideshow experience. Give me more intrigued with these characters and then just giving a little backstory. It's interesting. I will say it's very interesting. And I definitely will look into it, but it doesn't really catch my, eye with the whole. I feel like I've seen quite a few of the demon hunting and the vampire slaying and that type of action, but it could be groundbreaking and it can be amazing. So just sometimes Kickstarters can be not the best, but the content can be great.
I have read the first issue, and he really makes those characters jump out of bed. well, out of bed, out of the comic, I should say. And they really jump up and they come to life. One of the things I liked about Comic Book School's Panel 1 and Panel 2 was this was all brand new creators actually showcasing their talents in these amazing, free, by the way, PDFs that you can get by going to comicbookschool.com right now. And if you're a creator looking to learn about comic books, going to comicbookschool.com/forums or create comicbookschool.com/forums is a place to learn how to create comic books. It's literally on a site that says Comic Book School. What do you expect? So you guys can get that for watching it today. Now, I'm pretty excited about this last one that we have today. And by the way, there is a map here I wanted to show you guys of where this is in actually Florida. I thought that was pretty cool that you added it. And, you know, I'll show you guys where I am. So that's Orlando. I'm all the way down here in Fort Myers. So that's the drive I'm going to happily take. And it's nice. It's a lot of highway, a lot of it's a quick run through for me. I can actually get to that area faster than I can actually places closer to me, as crazy as that sounds. Especially when you're trying to go to the other side, you have to go through Alligator Alley. I do not.
Yeah, I know. Yes, sir.
Not a fan of Alligator Alley, but I'll tell you what I am a fan of, and this is pretty exciting. So for those who don't know, and this is what's really exciting for Sci-Fi Pop Fest, you don't know if Mr. Anderson or Bobby Gregory is going to show up. Maybe Cat Dad and Supermom's Cat Dad will be walking around in full costume. Even more exciting beyond that is that there's this guy, Mike Seeley. Mike Seeley is an amazing creator, and we've been talking about his project coming, and it's going to be on the show. Well, guess what? Time's up. Here he comes. Mike Seeley is now officially launched his first ever Kickstarter. He is gonna I'm gonna let you guys watch the video. This is narrated by me under my Bobby Gregory handle, and it's cool because now I'm building two personas that are going to be both award winning, and they're gonna rule the world. What's going to be weird is when I get booked as both of them at the same time, having to run back and forth between tables, switching outfits. I'm going to be like Superman. I have a secret identity. But check out this video and that amazing narration voice. I'm just going to say it right now. Of course, it's me. So I know it's going to be amazing. So check it out. Let's see what we got. Presented by Continuum Comics. This is the first issue of ECLIPSE, the Hawaiian Protector. In the wake of a catastrophic event, ECLIPSE has become a person of interest, being a suspect and connected to the catastrophic event itself. He has caught the attention of the government. With his intentions unclear, the government sends their fixer to bring in this so-called Hawaiian protector. Meet ECLIPSE, the Redeemers, and the villain you'll never forget, Solar Flare. Thank you for watching and sharing this campaign and hopefully contributing. Check out the reward levels to find the rewards that fit with you and join us on this heroic journey. And real quick, say hi to people on TikTok.
Hey, everybody.
So I like to, when we're live, I like to give a quick shout out. So what did you think of ECLIPSE?
Not because your voice is in it, voiceover rockstar, but I like, my thing here is like uniqueness, and that's a cool superhero, ECLIPSE. I mean, that's some uniqueness here to it where, is there more? I'm curious to see what's happening because now he's a wanted man, and why? If he's a hero of Hawaii, he's a Hawaiian hero. Why? What happened? Why do they have now people coming after him, and for what reason? And I love that when I it's kind of, they say it's cliche because why do they always trace after the Hulk? Why did it always happen? And we all love the Hulk; he's a hero, but why? But people thought he was a villain. But I love that thing to where it's not a Superman where everybody loves him. It's not they're always going to have that protagonist even on the good side of the law, and some people will still think they're vigilantes instead of heroes, and I think I've always liked that. Call me biased to Spider-Man, but I kind of like someone he always had that thorn in your side.
And it's funny because, like you said, the way that this was pitched to me was we were doing a completely different book. and we had written something that went down at the Capitol building for another issue we were working on. This was only supposed to be a short in the Continuum book. And because we had written something that had just come true because of January 6th, we had to cancel a book. And we looked and we were like, well, we started with Eclipse, and it was pitched to me when it first started. Have you ever heard of a Hawaiian hero? And I remember being like, Magnum PI, because that was the only reference point I had. And of course, you could say The Rock is a superhero because, you know, of course, The Rock is a superhero, but like, he's godly, The Rock. This was actually talking about a guy protecting the Hawaiian Islands because, as Mike says, what happens if something goes down in Hawaii? It's going to be a while before the world even finds out about it. Like, I bet no one knows that there's a volcano going off in Hawaii right now, and they're asking you not to travel to Hawaii. The only people who know that are the people traveling to Hawaii right now.
Yeah, I know there's a volcano going off.
See? And it's amazing that we don't realize what's going on with one of the states. I mean, Alaska's frozen half the time. There's not a lot going on in Alaska, but this is Hawaii. So we're going to know.
Speaking of Alaska, on a side note, I couldn't believe when I heard that there's a Comic-Con in Alaska. I was like, that's pretty awesome. Like, the promoter has capitalized in a niche market.
And they'll bring talent up like they do. Like, outside of the pandemic, they have brought talent to it. I heard it's actually pretty good, that one. I maybe one day, maybe. I don't know. I don't do well in cold.
Well, I lived in Alaska for a while, so it's I
grew up in New York, so I can do cold. I don't like cold.
No, it's when the sun is still out and it's 4:00 in the morning.
I'm muted because of Jack. So one of the amazing things I want to talk about is the fact that this is Mike's first issue. He is the creator behind it. I am just the writer, and it's been so fun to be the guy who shows up and goes, hey, I want to do this. Can we do this? Can we do that? Can we do this? And I don't have to make the decisions. As a writer who gets to write something I didn't create, it's almost like that pick your adventure story, or like a D&D game where the guy running the board goes, no, you can't do that. And I'm like, no, roll again. Let's see what we're doing now. And my mind is the dice that comes out. And he's like the dungeon master. And I'm like, how about this? And he's like, roll to see if this works. So it's fun to work on something. And the art he's putting out, I've watched him grow over the last couple of years. Even when you see this was from the actual original short that we started with. You see the art, and then look at how the art has grown in just a short amount of time. And he's going to be with us again. He will be at the Continuum table coming up at the Sci-Fi Pop Fest November 6th. So he'll be there drawing, and like his drawing, I'm sure he'll be doing like sketch covers and stuff for this campaign. There it is. And look at that shirt. Come on. That is one of the best shirts I own. I will be bringing this with me.
You got to. You got to be wearing the shirt.
This is the shirt. This is the shirt. This is the one and only shirt that both the Mr. Anderson identity and the Bobby Gregory identity can wear. And no one will question it. So, yeah, pretty excited about that. A shout out to the actual colorist who is part of this. And I want to get his name right, so I don't want to screw it up, because I know he said there was someone else. So Gary Scott Beatty. There is a Scott Beatty, but no, Gary Scott has put some of the amazing colors on this. You see those covers that he's got going on. That solar flare cover, I am just a huge fan of. And it's like, I'm blown away by how I get to work on these projects. Like the little kid in me is jumping around upside down and running around like crazy because I get to be part of something like this. There's already good traction on it, just over 24 hours, over 50% funded, well on its way to being funded. You guys can help us get there faster so we can talk about stretch goals. And that's the end of the program, guys. Believe it or not, we get to leave a little early. It's Halloween weekend. We have a lot to do. He's got a show to run, and I've got Halloween costumes. And I actually, because I live in Florida, we don't actually put up any Halloween decorations outside because, one, people are jerks, and the kids go around and ruining them if you put them out too early. And two, the pumpkins, if you cut them open too soon, and you know this, they go bad. So you got to put up everything. So I gotta get to bed, get to sleep, because yes.
And then the funny thing here is after October 31st, November 1st and 2nd, you go outside, Halloween decorations are gone, and the Christmas stuff's already up in Florida.
It's great. Like I went to the store this year, and like in September there was Christmas stuff, and I was TikToking mad. Let me tell you, I was on TikTok complaining. I was like, but then I realized something. And this is kind of funny. I realized there's probably Halloween on those ships. So when those ships come over and they finally deliver, there'll be better Halloween clearance possibly. So then I got intrigued. I was like, maybe Target Halloween clearance in December. We shall see. Stay tuned for more. I want to thank you for being on the program tonight and telling us about the amazing show you have coming up. Last and final pitch to everyone. Tell them what this is going to be like. Tell them what they can be in store for. Oops. Let me switch our places so you're on screen and I'm not.
Yeah, so there's going to be, so real quick here, there's also going to be paneling. If you haven't been on our Facebook page, we've been announcing panels. There's going to be a paneling. There's a cosplay contest with trophies. So for those that cosplay here, there is trophies. They're going to be given away. We also are going to pretty much the different experiences that are out there here. And we're just super excited for everyone to come out and show each other love and support and thank everyone for this show. This show is put on for everyone. It's not just put on for, it's a big family event and it's going to stay like that. And we appreciate all the support and love from everyone. And thank you, Mr. Anderson, for giving the love and support and being one of the feature creators on part of the show. And looking forward to many, many years of putting on these shows for people. And one thing people will know is Sci-Fi Pop Fest will always be that family event, and that you can walk into the show and still have money in your pocket. Oh, by the way, I forgot that people don't know this. Parking is free. So we're giving free parking as well. I mean, come on.
So I don't have to take a loan out to park and get in the door with my family where I got to pay $55 a person?
No.
Oh, nice.
So literally, what are you waiting for? Like, come to the show. You'll have a great time, all different vendors, and it's just going to be a fun day.
All right. Well, thank you for being on, and happy Halloween, everyone. Enjoy there. Be safe. Go out with your kids. Enjoy social distance from ghouls at all times, and make sure to get some treats from the vampires. We will see you next week if everything goes as planned. And next week, we will have the one, the only Mike Seeley as the actual guest. So we will be talking about this show as well coming up, the Sci-Fi Pop Festival. You'll see me and Mike in November on the 6th, and that's a Saturday for everyone who doesn't know and doesn't have a calendar. It'll be a Saturday show, so it'll be plenty of time for you to enjoy those after-con events that are now planned and you found out about today. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.